Hey folks, welcome back to Sunset Falls, a city we are building in Cities Skylines. I believe the last few episodes we've been tackling our growing fishing industry, although there are no employees, so that could be a challenge. And we also built some of these bridges over this area so that we could eventually expand out into here once we have the capability to do so. So we want to return a little bit more towards the demand indicators here and fulfill some of this residential demand that we have coming up. But before we do that, I want to take a closer look at this kind of tunnel through the mountains, right? I don't necessarily love A, how these streets are set up, or B, how this actually goes through the mountain. I think we may want to change this long term, but for now, I think there's or rather a couple of changes that I do think that we want to make here. One of which is A, I think we would like to connect this up into this traffic circle. I just think it makes sense to connect our, how many lanes is this? I think this is what, 2 lanes with a little medium one in there, a little turning lane in there. So maybe take this guy. I think we want to bring it down and then kind of gently curve it in there. So let's say come down to, I kind of want to go across from here. What would that be? Build across. We're just going to kind of go all the way across here and we'll use that as a guideline. I'm going to bring this all the way down here. Okay. And let's get rid of that. Get rid of all that good stuff. Okay. You know what? Honestly, let's back this up. I don't love this. All right, so now we want to make a nice sweeping curve because we actually want to kind of come right into this roundabout and roughly there. So what would this look like if we wanted to curve this up here? Well, at that angle, that's not going to go great. It has to kind of be a lot farther up there. Let's pull this back a little bit. Go back here. All right, how can we line up here? Let's see, zoom in a little bit here. That looks pretty solid to me. Beautiful. I don't think you're gonna get much better than that. Okay, cool. So what we've done, is hopefully, I don't know how this happened. Got a little tree branch right in the way there. That tree is dangerously closer there. I don't have props and anarchy off on that stuff. Shouldn't be a huge issue, but okay. So we've not connected these here. Another thing that I'd like to do while we're over here is consider upgrading this type of street. So right now, it's just a basic 4-lane, 2 in each direction. Super simple. What I think we want to do is add some trams here. And my thought process is that eventually we're going to basically have 4 different areas that are all around this mountain, right? We're going to have this area over here, which right now we're thinking is going to be more of kind of our seat of government, our planned community. We're going to have this kind of primary downtown area here. We're going to have these kind of little chunks of land. I'm thinking potentially colleges here. We might have something more interesting we want to do here. And then we're going to have this kind of suburban area down along here, this like long strip of land here with this park. So what I'm thinking we're going to want to do is, at least over here, we're going to want a big transportation hub right here with multiple different transportation options. We're going to want a big transportation hub somewhere in this region. Hopefully, maybe we can bring this transportation down and connect to the sea here. And then we're going to want something over here, right? To help not only get to this planned community, but to get down to the shore here and potentially over here as well. So what I think we're going to want to do eventually is make multiple tunnels through this mountain. Maybe do something even really crazy, like a roundabout under there. I have no idea. But what I do think it would be really interesting to try out is to actually use the trams over here and essentially set up a one-way tram, or not one-way, but a one station tram that goes through the mountains. So you could actually take public transportation and get all the way through there without needing to take a car, right? I think that'd be pretty cool. So what I want to do is actually take one of our city tram stations. I think this is just a city tram depot here. And we're going to set this up potentially right here, which is going to give us the opportunity to load trains directly trams rather, onto this track. So I'm going to take this type, really? Okay, well, let's move this over just a little bit here and then upgrade this path. Boom. Okay. And then what we'd like to do is use the standalone tram rails, which I think are this, yeah, and then just kind of connect right up to this path here. And hopefully there's an easy way to do that. I don't know why I'm giving a hard time about this. And there's also, okay, I definitely have not used this asset before, and it's going to show. So let's see. Okay. Well, that's a little rough, but that does work. Okay, let's actually not do that. Let us back this up. Okay, so let's instead, I think, move this. Oops. There we go. Move this asset down a little bit. Put it right there. And then I think maybe we upgrade the roads Oops, let's get our transportation here. Just upgrade a few of these roads into the standard tram roads and then connect here. So now what we can do is potentially just kind of connect right there. Okay, that looks a little bit better to me. I know it's going to complain about the tram not being connected, so you know what? All right, whatever. People will run a little bit of tram line just right through here. I don't think this will be a huge kind of inconvenience, right? Okay, so let's go back to what we were trying to do. We want to take our tram. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Okay, there we go. Take our tram through the mountains and let us now kind of get to our underneath view here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That was really frustrating. Wish there was an undo right there. There we go. That's what I need to do apparently. All right, let's just connect this straight up here. Boom. Okay, beautiful. Now we can keep upgrading. I always try to get to the underground view by going to the excavator or the construction tool, whatever, bulldozer, yada yada. And it's never a good idea. Never really works out for me the way that I'd like it to. So I continuously learn my lesson there. All right, so now we are back up a normal level. Let's bring our road back up, apparently. Why are we still looking at the underground level? Come on, there we go. Okay, so now we can do this. And what I'd like to do here is almost more of a semicircle roundabout, maybe, instead of this weird triangle that's like pretending to be a roundabout. So I'm going to have to get a little bit creative here. And let's see what we can do for the love of Pete. All right, let's get rid of these things and let's think about this a little bit more critically. So one of the things I'd like to do is bring this road type through. And I just frankly no idea what road type this is. This is a weird looking one to me. It looks like it's what, 4 lanes? It's this one? 4-lane road. Okay. Wait, without parking space? Is that what that says? Why are there... That makes no sense. Why did we do that? Well, let's do this because we don't want parking on... ooh, okay. That's bad. So let's deliberately not do that. We don't want parking on our bridge. So let's actually go back here, go back here, go back here. Raise this way up. Now we can upgrade. Are you serious? Oh, I think I have to do this. I have to pick this. Okay, the struggle is real, but oh, and we have to say no pillars. Now you're still gonna give me a hard time about this, huh? What do I have to do to get this to work? Let's go up even higher. Show that we are not going to be touching any part of that ruin. It's still going to... Oh, huh? Was that not it? Really? Man, I totally thought that was going to be it. No pillars. I was just saying slope is too steep. All right, well, I don't care about that. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, clearly we've made some mistakes. Some mistakes were made. But that's okay. First things first, let's get this back to object height. Back to that height. There we go. All right. So, actually, that looks solid. I'm not really worried about that at all. I thought I was going to hate that a lot more than I did. But no, that's just fine. All right. Actually, if anything... move you over a little bit. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so now I think we can leave the parking on these roads. That's honestly not the end of the world to me. But I do think that as we come through here, let us use the... Okay, first of all, let's turn all of this off. There we go. Let's switch it to this one and then actually come straight through here and then upgrade at least this. Because now what I think we'd like to do is use our 2-lane roads. Well, yeah, I've probably already screwed this up. But all right, let's use our 2-lane roads here to see if we can get a nice little semicircle right here, and then do the same deal over here. Okay, and then use our tram tracks through here. Okay. But, okay, actually, I think that'll work just fine. So let's think about this, though, because I don't actually think we want these to be going those opposite ways, right? Because right now what we're doing is we're forcing you to go to either this one or that one. I think we want to have traffic coming in and around to just make it really, really flow the way that we want it to, right? So let's actually reverse that. There we go. Okay. And then what I think we want to do is potentially put a tram stop right let's put it here. How does that sound? One right there. And we're going to go all the way back here. Let's potentially put one right here. We're going to go all the way back. Close this line up. That's it. Super simple. We're just going to call this, I don't know, mountain line. Mountain tunnel. That's better. Okay. And let us unpause this and see how this line goes. Okay. Interesting. Seeing a decent amount of pedestrian activity. Love to see it. This car, that was a struggle city right there. Okay, let's turn anarchy back off before we forget. All right, we've given it just a second or two. Oh, actually, we do want to keep the vitals up. Crematorium availability. We're going to have that problem for a while, so let's not worry about it too much. Okay, transit. That's trolley buses. I think this is, okay, cool. So let's see what we're doing now. 2 out of 9 vehicles. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Do some vehicle bunching. I don't think we need 9. Let's kick this down to, what's 10%? Just going to be 4? Well, here. All right, so actually we need it to be like, let's see how that goes. I think there are 4 of them going through. That's not bad at all. Okay, cool. So now we're going to have 4 going through. Each of these can carry 50 passengers, and we have about 30 people waiting here. Not too bad. Not too bad. So let's keep an eye on this as this goes. What does this do? Oh, interesting. Well, here, let's just call this the Greenway stop, I suppose, right? That makes sense. Okay, let's go back here. Pull this up. Yeah, this stop right here. Interesting. So they are getting bored while they're waiting. That seems less than ideal. Potentially. Do we need just more vehicles? If we kick this up, maybe at 8. How's that sound? If we get it to 90. Okay, let's try 8. And admittedly, I think it's just because they haven't gotten all the way through the mountain. Yep, so we're seeing it right there. Oh my god, wait, can we look at how comical this tram is? Okay, this might not be the tram style we want. That's okay. Do we have any other vehicle types? Let's see what our other tram options are. Not that I don't like that. I'm just saying I don't know if that fits with the vibe that we're going for here. So let's actually remove a few of these. Remove all of them and then select the types here. I think this tram, I have no idea what any of these look like. Say maybe this one. Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so we'll send out new vehicles here, and we'll be able to see the difference between those two. Actually, if we really want to see the difference between those two, we should be going to the train depot. Okay, so now we can kind of get a sense of what this look like, hopefully. Okay, so these are just regular trams. New trams coming out look like this. Those are the KM plus KP trams. Okay, honestly, I don't love those either. This is a very kind of like city-focused area. I like those trams a lot for potentially like an oceanfront, something cool like that. But I'm actually going to remove this vehicle, and we are only going to put just the generic trams on here. If anyone has a tram model that they've used or they think would look cool here, please let me know. I'm totally open to it. My other question too is in terms of how we're potentially handling some of what's going on here. I'm wondering if there's some traffic optimization we may want to make here. And I'm still thinking, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We'll, all right, we'll see how this goes. We may want to keep a close eye on this. These junctions, I think let's pull these traffic lights out for now. And then I think we've made Wright Avenue a priority road, right? Yeah, high priority road. That's what we want. Okay, so let's give this a shot instead and see if this helps. Ooh, we also have our regular day-night cycle on. Let's actually pull that up and turn that off for a little bit because I think we will want the sun while we are planning. Okay, cool. Let us shift gears a little bit and focus on a little bit more of our residential demand here because we do not have enough citizens to actually power our factories here. Unfortunately, we just do not have enough workers here. We need a fair amount of uneducated workers too. That's the other thing that we should be keeping an eye on. If we look at our education levels, we definitely have capabilities for elementary and high school, but if we just look generally, about a third of our citizenry is educated rather. 20% of them are well educated. About half of them are unfortunately undereducated. So hopefully we can fix that as we keep going. But for right now, I think we potentially want to focus now on this other side of our Greenway belt here because we know that we want to put some factories here. So maybe, you know what we could do instead is, do we actually have any of the fish industry factories yet? those are just all specialized harbors, farms, fish markets, but I don't know if there's any actual factories yet. Oh, there is a fish factory here. Okay. Because what we could potentially do is just place the fish factory at this point, so we'll know how much room we need. So I'm thinking a fish factory, and then do we need any sort of just like basic warehouse to hold goods, right? All right, can that hold fishing goods, hopefully? Because I think what we'd like to do is maybe just build that out right now, and then we'll know how much space we actually need, which I like the sound of a lot. So we take our small industry road here and figure out where could we, so just kind of build across here and then see what organically develops here. Because I think that's the other thing we might want to do, just kind of come down from here. I don't think we really want to put a junction right there. Maybe, kind of go under here. Maybe pull out almost in parallel here. That makes sense to me. Kind of just use this space effectively. And then switch back flat here. There we go. What this is going to do is obviously it is going to put a few more junctions a little bit closer than we wanted, but hopefully this will also give us a little bit more space and we'll actually connect up over there. Okay. So we have kind of our little industrial area here. Hopefully this will also help us connect so we don't need these absurd power lines. It'd be great to get rid of those. Let's see what we can fit in here. That makes sense, right? Space already occupied. So maybe if we switch this way and just a titch too small. Watch, I'm going to make it magically fit. There we go. Okay, so let's use move it here to maybe get both of these to fit in a little bit more nicely. Okay, beautiful. And then we'll actually rotate them just a little bit so we kind of square them up on this road here. Square them up right there. Okay. And they are upset because they have no resource selected. Our stored resource is going to have to be... Do I have any fish products? Is it considered animal products? Let's find out. No, it looks like not. So what about commercial zone goods? That might be our best bet right now. You may have noticed that I just have not played this game too often. What about unique factory products? I don't know if that'll work or not. We'll find out. We will find out. Okay, and then what we're going to build also is our fish factory. So let's actually put our fish factory in. Oh man, that needs a little bit more space than I expected. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we put that down there. So let's pull out this street here, and then we'll actually put our fish factory in right along here. Actually, I think I want to reverse everything that we just did. We want to get rid of these warehouses. We'll get rid of this. And then let's think about where we want this factory. So let's actually put the factory be kind of up here. I'm actually going to place it roadside just for now, and we're going to use move it to kind of totally rotate it sideways. It's going to lose its road connection, but then what we can do is kind of push it right up here and get a sense of how close we have to put this road. So my suspicion is that this road would probably have to come back down a little bit more here, potentially go across something like that. Okay, now let's move it and we'll actually connect it back up to its road here. There we go. All right, I think I like that a lot better. And then what we can do is just put our warehouses across the street. Again, I'm not even sure that we're going to need these. I'm really curious to see if any of these actually have to do with fishing, because I have not really unlocked any of these. And it looks like almost none of these are going to be related to fishing, so we might not have to worry about any of that. And again, I don't see any like specific fishing warehouses. All we're seeing is different types of fish and fishing capabilities. So, yep, just fish market and fish factory. So let's just throw in a few of our small warehouses right here. Again, we want them to face this direction and that direction. Beautiful. It actually fits in better that way. All right. Then we're going to give it a 50-50 because I'm not quite sure which this would be considered, because it looks like commercial goods, that might be it. But then it could also be unique factory products. I'm not really sure. So we're just going to throw in both. I think balanced is fine, honestly. And we'll just kind of let this run for a little bit and see what happens. Admittedly, we don't have enough jobs, right, to work here, not enough fish. So I'm not surprised. This does make commercial zones goods. Okay, cool. So now we know. Boom. All right, good to go. The reason I wanted to do that too is that I wanted to be able to kind of define where is the border of our industrial zone going to be. So in this case, I think I'm going to come down. Actually, let's extend this out a little bit more and see what happens as we kind of extend out here and make a few of these roads. This is really interesting. Okay, so let's maybe extend this out 50 units down here, and then 90 units down. And this one right here, it's obviously going to wreck the power right there. That's okay. We're just going to let that happen, because what we really want to do is take our industrial road here and find a road that kind of lets us kind of just come right down here and then across. We want to get that. Oh, that was a hideous connection. I think I slipped on my trigger finger right there for just a second. All right, we actually want to come out this way and make that connection. It's pretty close, but it's not quite good enough. Let's pull that back. All right, one more time. Right through here. Let's go right there. Beautiful. Okay, so this is going to be our kind of industrial cutoff zone here. Oh, we need to get power up here. What did... I see. Made a tiny little accident. There we go. Okay, power has hopefully been restored to everywhere over there. That was problematic. But I think we're in a good spot now. And we're just going to build, more houses here anyways, but that's okay. So I'm actually also going to pull in, start making some kind of aggressive lines here, just so that we understand where we're going to be putting a little bit of a buffer between our working space and our homes, right? So there we go right there. And we're going to kind of buffer all of this workspace with some industrial right along here so that we don't get that into the homes. But now we can actually start placing some more housing, at least right there. And I think this whole block will end up being housing. But let's bring this road down like this and connect right there. There we go. Okay, one other thing I will do while we're here is I'm actually going to put power lines in the park, which I'm sure is sacrilegious depending on who you ask. And I want to connect right up here, and that will let us get these lines out the way. There we go. Okay, and we are starting to see, oh, the Cherry residents. Good for you. You all moved in. A hard spot there. Okay, we're just going to throw this in here. Definitely start zoning more of this, and then we're actually going to leave a few corner spots right here. Let's pause that really quickly because I do want to pull out 3x3s and throw a little bit of commercial in there. Actually, we'll make this a 4x4 just to give it a little bit of character here. Boom. Okay, and then we can do the rest of this with oh, not that. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, this was supposed to be 4x4 there. Fill the rest residential. Perfect. Okay, let's let this run for just a little bit and see what people start telling us. So the good news is there is some commercial demand, which is always great to see. And we are hopefully getting at some of this demand for residential too. And I want to start breaking this up a little bit because I think this is a solid pattern and this works. But as you kind of back out a little bit, what we're going to see, ooh, okay. I did not think about that. We've been having commercial along here the whole time. Let's actually take a quick break on this and let's just pull this all back. I know people are going to be upset with me. Well, at least people who live here. This is not so much an eminent domain issue as this is my city and not your city issue. So there we go. And actually, while we're at it, let's just turn this into a slight commercial corridor here. There we go. Okay, we can kind of go back more into housing back here. So that's a good point. Let's connect this right up here. What can we get? Might be the best connection we can get. Then just maybe do something in here a little bit. We're going to come across. I don't think we actually need to go that far. Let's actually, oh, hold up. We need water. Let's fix that before we do anything else. Get water on there, up there, down here. There we go. We'll actually go down this stream too. Get water there. Okay. But I think we'd like to just put a really small little roundabout in right here. It's going to be a 1-lane roundabout. I don't think that's going to be what we leave it as. How big would it be? Yeah, okay, there we go. Free cursor mode. That's what we wanted. Let's change this down to, I don't know, 30 maybe. We just want to have a nice little cul-de-sac right here. And we're going to turn that into just a one-way road here. Oops, it's 2-lane one-way. Can we get down to a 1-lane one-way? That's what we want. Cool. All right. Oh, that is what it is. Perfect. Okay. And then we're just going to have our 2-lane run right across here, right there. So let's actually do that. And we're going to move this entire thing just over, just a smidge. We do not want to pick up trees, but we'll pick up everything else. There we go. Kind of hopefully, I think that's lined up. So now let's try. Just going right in there. All right, that may have to be close enough. I don't think I'm going to be able to tell the difference. Okay, and then we are going to put housing in all of this space. So let's actually just kind of do a big blanket right there. Let's get these. Let's actually not have it go right there because I don't think we want to potentially go all the way out to that road. We may want to in the near future, but I want to at least zone that. And oh, let's actually here zone. I want to be in the cul-de-sac proper, right? Okay. Wow, demand for residential just kind of keeps going through the roof here. All right, so we'll see if this helps at least. Help it off a little bit, but the good news is people want to move in. I will not begrudge them that. So let's think about potentially bringing this larger road through here. I'm going to switch this over again to our basic road with our turning lane. We're going to go to the big version here though, because we're seeing this 4-lane road with parking spaces. I'm just curious as to how often we're actually using that, you know? So I'm going to switch at least this middle one over, and let's see. Oh, this is 3 lanes through. Interesting. This is a full 6-lane avenue road. Okay. Well, that's really interesting. Versus over here, it's the 4 lanes with the turning. I think we might actually... let's leave it for now. I know this is inconsistent. We're not applying our road mathematics here, our lane mathematics here. Let's keep bringing this down and see how this goes. We're just going to come all the way down here, just for the time being, I think, and just see what happens here. There we go. Okay. Because we're going to run into the same issue. I don't know why all of you are just going down this road and being shocked when there's nothing down there. So let's fine. Let's connect these up, and let's actually, you know what we should do is let us bring our tram line down here, because I think we've said that we wanted to do something interesting with the tram lines along here, right? So let's bring that tram line down there, and we'll go across this road, and then maybe have a tram line come across here. Ooh, I like that idea a lot. Okay, so let's tram up this road, and then we're going to go to the smaller tram roads. It's a 2-lane one. Actually, here, sorry, let's switch over. That's not what I want to do at all. Okay, go over here. We have our 2-lane road with tram tracks. I think that's the best option here. And then let's just start doing something interesting here in terms of following our water line, our shoreline. I think we'll go right there. Bring us back 180. Beautiful. All right, so then I think we want to do something right along this road here to bring the tram back. There we go. So now we have a whole connected tram space, and then we can actually change this road type back to what we had it in the first place. Boom, beautiful. Okay, so now we could actually have a whole tram line that just goes in this little district as well, and is connected via tram all the way over here. So there is something we're going to want to think about too in terms of potentially bringing the tram all the way down through here. We just have not gotten there yet, right? What is this little thing? Not enough customers. Well, we're doing our best over here. If you give me a little bit of slack, we're trying to bring more people into the city. And I know that we have egregiously neglected this space. I still think we're probably going to just, you know, start from scratch over here for the most part, but I kind of just want to leave it up for now. If this whole area is just not getting anything, let's just unzone it. Honestly, we're just going to dezone all of that industrial. Clearly, there's not a need for that in the traditional manner. You still have no goods. That's unfortunate. You have storage of those goods, but okay, these are full. Well, here, let's attempt to empty at least one of them. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, we're actually bringing in some profit. I don't know if that's actually the case. Can we flip over to... this just says... All right, so that's just zoned this way so that we get those farmers markets to pop up here, which is, you know, not awful. Interesting. We'll have to keep looking there, because the other thing that we're doing is actually running our fishing industry as well. There we go. How do we actually look at some of the details of this industry? I actually think I have to click on something like this, right? Or this guy. Nope, it's just showing me my roots. How do I actually look at my industry as a whole? Am I going crazy here? Nope. I just can't see anything more about it, huh? Okay, that is interesting. All right, so I'm gonna have to figure out where I can actually get more details on this so-called fishing industry. But, oh, there we go. Nope, that's just showing me the fish. I need to actually go to industry, and this doesn't include, this only includes my mineral industry, not my fish industry. Okay, so maybe there's a way to get more information about this, but I have not found it. Okay, I think we're going to take a quick break here. Thanks for joining me. On this episode, we definitely started to expand out our residential, and we're starting to see an increase in commercial demand as well here. I think we might want to do a little bit more along here as well. I know we mentioned we might want to expand the fishing pier, and it looks like we're going to get up to that relatively soon. As we look at our, we actually have unlocked the salmon harbor and the anchovy harbor, so that's exciting. I think we just have the generic fishing harbors so far, but we have caught a fair amount of fish. And we're also pretty close to unlocking, not the seaweed farm, not the algae farm, but the fish farm in general. We're very close on that in terms of reaching our population goals. Actually, that's going to be true for a lot of things. So hopefully we'll hit this pretty soon. We'll have a whole nother set of buildings to work with. All right, thanks for joining me, folks, and I'll catch you next time.